Where in the world do I start? Since I've done a vlog, guys. I've just been so busy and doing this internship here at Liwa, finishing this up, as well as fundraising, and I just wanted to tell you a little bit about how God has been working and providing and showing His glory in the last 3 months. I think the last time that I did a vlog, we were all pushing for reaching 5,000 funded. For the world race, we are actually pushing for 10,000 right now. So we are still 3 months ahead of the timelines, which is amazing. I still want to stay at that. Today is actually, I only have 100 days left until launch. So I am pushing and pushing and pushing to try to get fully funded before the world race. God can provide, and if He wants me to fundraise on the race, that's gonna be quite a challenge in itself. I do have a deadline by November 30th, so I can fundraise August, September, October, and November, but I don't really, I don't really want to go to that. I would love to be fully funded before the race so that I can focus on the ministries, and as well as all my 29 other teammates that are pushing to fundraise as well. I want to tell you a couple stories because stories are amazing. March was like hell. Honestly, it was so hard. March only brought in like $120. I was doing some fundraising. I couldn't do a lot, but it was super duper rough. I don't know, there's a lot of spiritual warfare going on. I felt like a lot of weight and pressure on me to have everything together, to have fundraising, like a lot come in. Like the devil was just attacking me in every single way he could. He was attacking me and pushing me to become like lonely, to think that I was doing this all on my own, and that wasn't true. That wasn't true at all. And I just remember that like the beginning of April, the end of March, I was just like, God, like I'm so broken. Like this isn't about me. People aren't going to fundraise because of me. They're going to give because of you. Like I'm not worth it. Like you are the one that's worth it. This is for your glory, not for my glory. And I was so broken. I like fell before Him before I never had before, just like weeping. And the next week He shined like I've never seen Him shine before. My friend told me to put my chart up on the Facebook again, and I can show you the chart in just a minute, but I hadn't been updating that one because I felt like people didn't really care. People already knew what it looked like, and I just posted it, and I was like, here's the goal for the next week is to raise $500, and that $500 came in within a couple hours, and I was like, what? Like $500 within a couple hours? And then I'm like, okay, so what if we did this tomorrow? And I put the chart up again, and I put a new goal of raising a certain number of boxes, and God totally fulfilled that, and He raised $1,000 the next day. That was insane. And then I found out that my friend was donating another $1,000, and then the next day God provided a couple $100 more, and it added up to, in about a week and a half time period, God provided about $3,000, which was insane. I'd been stuck the whole month of March, and all He wanted was me to surrender this. Like, it wasn't about me, but He wanted my heart. He wanted my heart in this. He wanted me to humble myself, my pride. Like, I wish everyone could go through fundraising, but it is hard because my pride wants to have it all together. I want to pay for this whole entire thing, but God wants to show his glory. He wants to provide for me in ways that I can't even imagine. So that is our story number 1. Story number 2 is, holy moly, I have a control problem. I want to know everything that's going to happen, when it's going to happen, and God has just been breaking me over and over again, trying to get it in my head that he is in control and I don't have to worry about it. That's not my job. The training camp for the World Race is June 4th through 15th. And then there's a 6-week gap, and then there is launch. So launch is August 1st when we actually leave for the trip. So that 6-week time period, I have been stressing over so much and just like praying, like, God, like, show me what you want to do, because I want to do what you want to do. And that was my goal. But it's really hard to pray that and then not plan. So I'd been thinking and starting to come up with ideas to work with horses again in Louisiana, where I used to live, and work with those horses again, get some of my old students and pour into those girls, as well as train some more horses. And plans were just not coming through, and I was getting nervous. Some job offers were coming from Montana, but I was like, I don't know if God really wants me to work like for money this summer. Like, I don't know if that's really the goal. I really want to just get poured into and counseled this summer and just really prepare for the race. And I don't know what that looks like. Plans were just not coming through. And this last weekend, which happened all in a 48-hour period, I was just like talking to my friends, and I was like, hey, I just don't know. I don't have peace about going to Louisiana. I don't have peace about going to Montana. And God tells us to go where the peace is. Like, he is the peace. And I just don't have peace about this. And then one of my friends, she just said, why don't you just stay at Liwa? And I was like, I've thought about that, because camp is like the 6 weeks exactly in between that I would be here. And I thought that was uncanny a couple months ago. And she's like, wait, camp is in the middle? Like, you would be here the whole camp? And I was like, yeah, like, didn't I talk to you about this? And she's like, no, I haven't heard this. And I was like getting excited, but then like a peace came over me of staying here for camp. I was like, but I gotta like get plane tickets. And she's like, it's okay, we'll cover you. Like, you're raising $19,000. Like, plane ticket is easy. Like, we can get you a plane ticket from training camp and then get you a plane ticket going down. A fundraiser that's going on that I actually really didn't want to do was this quilt raffle. And this is the quilt. It's like a lap quilt. And someone donated it to me to use as a raffle, which I was kind of a little overwhelmed at first, because I've been doing several other fundraisers. But this quilt raffle is each number represents $5. And so you just choose a number, you pay the $5, and then whenever this is all filled, then I will do the raffle. Only one person had bought like 20 tickets. And I was like, I don't know if this fundraiser is actually going to work. Like, this is just, I don't even know. I did a math. The plane ticket that I needed to come back from training camp to Fairbanks was $401. And I did the math on the quilt fundraiser, and there was $400 left. So I was like, okay, God, way to laugh at me. Like, this is great. Like, you use the weirdest things to just slap me in the face and get me back to you. And so I started advertising this quilt fundraiser, and then I had a person that wanted to donate miles. So this is all in a 48-hour period. He donated like 14,000 miles, which covered like half the plane ticket. So then I only needed to raise $200 for the first plane ticket. And that came in within the 48 hours. So this didn't even need to get filled. So we're actually, the rest that is getting filled is gonna start covering the next plane ticket, which is fantastic. If you wanna do the raffle, like, totally let me know. It's super fun now. But that is an amazing way that God's provided. Like, he gave me so much peace about coming here this summer and just opened the doors tremendously. Some other things are, my job is going to be a wrangler again, unless we get another wrangler, and then I'll be more of the barn coordinator kind of, which will be super fun too. So we're praying, honestly, we're praying for another wrangler to come on staff. That would be super. So some other things that have been happening is stickers. I have so many stickers. Holy moly, guys. So these are stickers, and they're $4 each, and then like I have other things as well. And they're super cute. I want to tell you a little story about these stickers. So the reason why I chose this, it says let her run her race. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Secretariat, but there's this woman and her dad is not in a good health to run his barn. So she runs the barn for him, and then she breeds this mare, or the mare's already bred. She shows the foal of this mare to her dad, and he tells Penny, which is the daughter, he's like, let him run his race, Penny. Let this racehorse run. And I have always I love that, honestly. Like, it even says, Paul says, I have run the race, I have finished the course, I've kept the faith. And I've really liked that. I like thinking of life as a race. Like, I am running after God. I don't want to stop running after him. So let her run her race is kind of my motto for this trip. It's called the World Race, so it kind of goes with that. But it is kind of a symbol of God. And then the picture, I'll show you again. The picture is a very special picture to me. I was reading a book. It was called Rise Up Like a Lioness, and I would totally recommend it to all you women. And it's just showing how God created us for community, how God created us to be lionesses. And a lioness is a very different figure than a lion. She rises up with her lion. She protects him. She does a lot of things. I can't go into details. You should just read the book. But this picture I took when God kind of told me that he was creating me to be a lioness. That's, I just felt like God was calling me to rise up like a lioness. And that's where I got the name Essie last summer, and that'll be my camp name this year, Essie. I will figure out how that works, but I will get it. So stickers, totally, please help me out. Stickers, this is gonna help so much. If all of these were sold, I would raise about $900 if they're all sold. So spread the word with these stickers. I need to sell them ASAP. And here is our chart. So this is incredible how much has been filled in. Those couple days that God was providing, a lot was filled in, and there's still more. There's about $5,000 more to raise, and I'd love to have this raised before I leave for training camp. That would be amazing, just to have this chart filled and done. This whole chart represents 75% of my fundraising goal. So getting 75% before I leave Alaska for the first time would be amazing. So each box represents the number donated. So I have $103 here. That means that there's a total of $103 donated. If you don't donate $103, I'll just add it to other numbers that are donated. So this is a fun chart. This is the other fundraiser that I'm doing right now. These are kind of the life updates. God is doing a work. He is doing amazing things. I am so excited to just see him work every single day, see him working in my teammates, in my friends, in my family, and how God is using the World Race to bring glory to himself, to humble people, to teach them to trust in him, that he will provide all things. So I hope you have an amazing day. Find joy in the little things and give God glory in all things. Bye.